I came home to our third-story apartment to see my husband dangling our baby over the edge of the balcony. Our 6-month-old daughter Nora was hanging over the railing by her ankle. "Do as I say or I'll drop her," Callum screamed at me. Nora's face was turning purple from the blood rushing to her head. I dropped my bag in a panic. "Callum, what are you doing?" I ran toward him. He jerked back and held her further over the edge. "Don't come any closer or I let go right now. I swear." I stopped. Put my hands up. "Please, whatever you want, just bring her inside." My mind was rushing between confusion and panic. Why was he doing this? Callum's face was cold. His eyes looked empty. "Call my brother, right now." I stared at him. "What? Why?" "Call him or she falls." He shook Nora slightly. She screamed harder. Okay. My hands were shaking so bad I could barely hold my phone. "I know you've been sleeping with my brother. Call him. Tell him come here now." My stomach dropped. "Callum, I'm not. I would never." "Call him now." I called his brother Hayes. He answered, "Hey, what's up? You need to come to our apartment now." My voice was shaking. "It's an emergency. Please hurry." "What's going on?" "I can't tell you. Just please come." He hung up. 7 minutes felt like 7 hours. Callum stood on the balcony holding Nora over the edge the entire time. He'd flipped her right side up so she could breathe, but her voice was hoarse from screaming. I was terrified she was going to pass out, and every time I stepped forward, Callum threatened me. Finally, Hayes burst through the door. "What's happening?" He saw Callum on the balcony with Nora. His face changed color. "Callum, what are you doing? That's your daughter. You two are sleeping together. Admit it." Hayes' mouth dropped open. "What? That's insane. Don't lie to me," Callum screamed. "We're not lying." I was sobbing. Callum demanded proof. He wanted to see our texts, bank statements. We showed him everything proving there was nothing suspicious, but Callum just kept shaking his head. "You deleted them. You're lying." He listed his evidence. Hayes hugged me too long at Thanksgiving. Hayes smiled at me at Callum's birthday. Hayes drove me home from work when my car broke down. Hayes looked desperate. "I'm your brother. Of course I'm going to help her get home." But no matter what we said, Callum insisted we were lying. Then suddenly, his voice got quiet. "Calm. Fine. Since you're both lying to my face, you're going to pay me." I couldn't breathe. "What? Transfer me all your money. Both of you. Every cent. Right now. Or I drop her." "Callum, please. Now!" He flipped Nora upside down again. She started turning purple for a second time. Okay. Hayes and I grabbed our phones. I emptied everything I had. 41,000. My entire savings. Gone. Hayes transferred everything too. Callum watched the notifications come through on his phone. Then he looked up at us. "Thank you." And then, without warning, he did it. He actually did it. He opened his hand. He let go. He dropped Nora off the third-floor balcony. My scream didn't sound human. Callum ran inside at once. He shoved Hayes hard into the wall. Then he shoved me to the floor. He sprinted outside. I scrambled to my feet and ran for the stairs. I couldn't think, couldn't breathe. I just ran. I burst outside into the parking lot, expecting my baby's body on the pavement, expecting blood, but there was nothing. No baby, no body, just concrete. "Nora!" I was screaming, running everywhere, looking everywhere. "Nora! Baby, where are you?" She was gone, just gone. Hayes was gone too. His car wasn't in the parking lot. A neighbor heard me screaming, called 911. Police arrived in 6 minutes. I told them everything through sobs. The officer looked confused. "Ma'am, there's no body here." "I know, where's my baby?" They pulled up the building's security footage. It showed our third-floor balcony, showed Callum holding Nora over the edge, showed him letting go. Then the camera angle switched to the ground. My heart just stopped. An older woman was standing directly below, right where Nora would fall. She caught Nora in her arms. The footage zoomed in and I recognized the woman immediately. That's Margot, my mother-in-law. The footage continued, showing Margot running to a van with Nora in her arms. Then Callum sprinting out and jumping in. The van sped away with Margot, Callum, and my baby inside. More footage showed Hayes leaving through the back exit and driving away. "They planned this," I whispered. "All of them. But why? Why do this?" I couldn't figure it out. And then, everything clicked at once. Margot hated me. She'd always told Callum she could raise Nora better. Callum always chose to listen to her over me when it came to parenting. Then I remembered how Callum had been acting for the last few weeks, constantly asking about my savings, how much I had. I realized they'd all created this fake affair story. They extorted me, stole my baby. This was a heist. The officer issued a statewide APB immediately. The description of the van was given to every checkpoint. I kept thinking, what if they were already gone? What if I never get Nora back? Then 2 hours later, I got the call. They were arrested trying to cross the state border. "Is my baby okay?" I asked. The officer breathed. "Yes, ma'am. She's unharmed. I got Nora back that night. Then I visited Callum in jail. We can work it out," he said. "Just drop the charges." I stared at him, the man who dangled our daughter over a balcony. "I hope you get killed in there." I stood up. "And when Nora grows older, I hope she dances on your grave."